Hi, welcome back. Today we're doing our update for June's Project A to Z by Jessica Lee and Amanda. So you take all the letters of the alphabet, apply a product to them. Pretty simple. So we have A, we went with the Rimmel As If lipstick, which is slightly darker than the concealer lips, but not by much. I was wearing this today. Sorry about the lack of lips. I had to do this after lunch because it was a busy morning. I had a liner with it to make it darker, but yeah, it's just nice, cool. It doesn't look cool, but it comes off as a cool light brown. We got it in for 26 uses. We have used it 10, 15, 19 times. None of our lip products are getting anywhere in any of the projects that we put them in. But that is what it is. For B, we have the Blend Bunny Beauty Below shade Beckon. How many B's can we squeeze in? It was upside down. So that's this shade here we're trying to hit pan. As you can see, we're not even anywhere close. It's being frustrating matte. We've got the barest start of a dip. I'm not even sure if that'll pick up on the camera. Got the barest start of a dip going, but that's about it. We have used that 20 times. For C, we have the Glow Recipe Avocado Ceramide Serum. See our other marks. And we did finish this one off. Unfortunately, I kept counting. And we're halfway through the new one as well. We will mark this one done, but I just want to show you why the numbers are so high is because I forgot to mark it as rolled out and kept marking on the new one. So that in consideration, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 47 uses. Again, that's because it's across 1.5 bottles. But that one is rolling out. D, we went with Urban Decay. We'd had a different one in and then realized it wasn't another project. But we went with Urban Decay Cool Coyote, which is cool taupe. We have this in for 26 uses. And we have 23 uses. So we only need 3 more uses on that one. So that one should be rolled out next month. E, we already rolled out. F is the Fenty Grip Trip Primer. We are almost done with this. I was really hoping we'd be done with this before summer, but not quite. So it'll still get a little bit more use, but not much during the summer. We went from here to here. We really tried to get this rolled out. Just didn't quite make it. We have 10, 20, 30, 20, 30. Keep it losing at 30. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 57 uses on this one so far. G, we already rolled out. H, we rolled out. I is the Inkyless Retinol Serum, which is this. And this is empty. There is nothing left. I will say, this is my last old one, and I will, of course, I switched this out for a new bottle, and it doesn't leak as much, which I am so happy about. I'm so glad that doesn't leak so much. But this and the ceramide you should have seen in May's empties. So both in there. I had to pull them out of the trash bag. So that's 2 done. Unfortunately, they're the only 2 done. But again, that one should be done by next time, and this one should be done by next time. This is the peach for Elle, the peach and lily toner. The Good Acids toner. We went from here to here, which is what I'm pretty sure we'll be done with this by next update. We're at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 63 uses on that one. M, we went with the Milani Blossom Time Blush. I don't know why I was thinking we put this into finish. Don't think I can finish this in a year, but we put it in to try to get as much use as we can. Unfortunately, has not seen as much use as I would like. We are currently at 10, 20, 30, 35 uses. But I have a lot of blushes in. Think I had a lot of powder blushes in, and I'm down to that one, and then the project 10 uses. As soon as we get our 10 uses, we can really focus on that one, which will be nice because we still have a lot of cream blushes in, but we're down to the one extra. We're down to just the 2, I should say, powder blushes. So that should go a lot faster. And we rolled in the NYX Epic Wear eyeliner in Rose Gold. This isn't a good representation because it is dirty, but it's a very pretty corner. I really like putting this one in the inner corner. We have used this 24 times out of the 26, so that only has 2 more uses to go. So that should also roll out next month. So, I mean, that's 3 already rolling out next month. That's not bad. Next month should be the good month. Also, possibly rolling out next month. We'll see. Because we already did, this is the Glow, for P, the Glow Recipe Prickly Pear Peptide. See, we went from here to here. And this does not go all the way down, only goes to about here. So I think we can get that in the month. We'll see. If not, I'll be really darn close. That's 10, 20, 30, 44 uses on that one. For Q, we rolled in the Nomad Cosmetics. Well, for me it's a single. It's from the Costa Rica palette, the shade Resplendent Quetzal, to try to hit pan. And last month we'd worn away the one side of the N, and we don't have a whole lot more than that. It's not really forming. It kind of looks like a dip, but it's just discoloration. This is not panning at all. It is very frustrating. It would be less frustrating if I didn't have the uses we have on it. But we have 5, 10, 15, 23 uses on it, which I would hope for a dip at 23 uses, like on the Blend Bunny, but it's just not. We rolled in the Inkyless Eye Retinol, which I think we're about there. That's my best guess. I've had to start rolling it up to try to get stuff out. So yeah, about at the end, I think is where we're at. That's what it feels like. I don't think that one will be rolled out next month, but it's an eye cream. Eye creams take forever to finish. We have 10, 20, 30, 44 uses on that one as well. S we already finished last month. T we rolled in the ColourPop Mar palette, the shade Top Down, which we're also having issues with, because this is when the stubborn ColourPop mattes. Again, we have the tiniest start of a dip in the center in this one, but that's about it. But we've used this one 26 times. So all the eyeshadows we've got similar usage on, but they're just not getting anywhere. And I really hope for more than 26 uses after 6 months, but I mean, we're halfway through the project. But there's so much eyeshadow in projects this year. So much everything. I think I overdid on projects. But it's hard to say no when they're so good. For you, we have the Oden's Eye Hella palette, the shade Underworld, which is this one. This has our best dip of any of the eyeshadows. Hopefully you can see that. That's got a decent dip in it. Still don't think we're close to pan, but we got good dip going in that one. That's also 10, 20, that's also 26 uses. So you can see the difference between the Oden's Eye and that awful, awful ColourPop. I mean, it's a beautiful color. It's just, you either get fun to pan ColourPop or you get, we will never let you even scrape anything off ColourPop, and that's the latter. I just noticed we missed one. We missed J. It's the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. This is what I've been switching to for summer. We have 10, 20, 29 uses on this one. We're trying to finish it. And because I've stopped ordering from e.l.f., I didn't order any more of these this year, but we're about there. I say about because there's still a little bit that comes over. But we just barely start using that one. This is only the second week where it's been warm. And next week's the longest day of the year. And then we start losing sunlight, which I'm not looking forward to. But it'll actually stay warm for a bit after that, hopefully. Hopefully, because sometimes the last summers are just rainy and 50s and no fun. I want out of here so bad. But I gotta wait for my daughter to graduate high school. For V, we want NARS Dolce Vita lip crayon sample. This was maybe this big when it started. A good size for a lip crayon, but not a full size. Have this in for 26 uses. We have used it 10 times because I keep forgetting that it exists. It's with all the others. I don't know how I forget it, but it gets dropped and lost with all the pencils, and yeah, keep forgetting it exists. For W, we went with the Sephora eyeliner in the shade Waterfall. We actually have this one in to try to finish, but we've only used it 20 times, and yeah, not getting anywhere on that one. But hopefully, now that summer, we'll get more use. We'll see what happens. I don't really have any shades besides that Resplendent Quetzal to go with it, and I don't have anything to go with the Resplendent Quetzal. So. And then we have, for X, the NYX Glitter Glue, which was depotted into here. And as you can see, there is still a ton of it, because I never use it. Always forget. That's why I put it in project, because now that it's been depotted, it needs to get used up. I keep forgetting. That said, I have used it 10, 20, 35 times. I have remembered to use it 35 times since January when it rolled into the project. 6 months, 35 uses. Okay, Y we already did. Z is the Urban Decay pencil in 0. We're just trying to get 26 uses on this one. And because we were working on the Sephora Black Eyeliner before, we just rolled this in for this month. This month we have used it 9 times. But I got more uses on the Cool Coyote and caught up on that one, so we got that. And then for 10 uses, I rolled in the brown, the warm brown eyeliner. So I think the brown's going to have it for a bit before we get back to that one. But when they look calls black, we do have black. So that's it. So at halfway, we should have 13 done, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 done. Next month should be a good roll-out month for the rest of the skincare and stuff, but these makeup items, I don't know how many. I might switch after next month, switch this from every month to every other month, just because it is going to be slow going. We'll have to wait and see, because, yeah, I mean, the eyeshadows, they're getting used. They're just not showing use, which is frustrating. And it's frustrating for me. It's probably frustrating for you that you can't see anything. Eyeliners, because I don't have them marked, they're not. I should have marked them at the beginning of the project, and I didn't. And so it's really hard to see the usage on those, even though those are just for usages for the most part. Now we're getting to all, we have all the frustrating ones left. But it is what it is. Okay. Well, that is that. So today's the 8th. So we have Project Level Up on Wednesday. We'll see how that goes. Wednesday's looking a little busy. That might end up being on Thursday. Just as a warning. Ignore the laughing teenager. Okay, we will see you later. I need to go find out what is making her cackle. And I will see you later. Bye.